Hey everybody, and welcome to this video. This is going to be a full face of LA Girl Cosmetics video. I don't know, a full face of LA Girl Cosmetics makeup, and this is the look that I came up with right here. All of it is LA Girl except for like my base and my mascara, but other than that, like everything else you see is LA Girl Cosmetics. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing what products I use to get this, definitely keep on watching. But also, before we go, I just wanted to let you know that Ulta, as far as I know right now, I don't know when you're watching this, but if you're watching it when I upload it, they are doing a sale of 25% off LA Girl Cosmetics right now, just because I went to pick up a couple of things and all of their brand was 25% off. So if you're interested in like the palettes and stuff I'm talking about, go grab them now because it's 25% off. You can use your points, and they always have that $3.50 off of 15 drugstore coupon, so you can definitely save some coin. So I'm just trying to help you out and let you know. So if you're interested in any of the products that you see here, then go ahead, grab a ride to Ulta, drive yourself to Ulta, I don't know, do your thing, get to Ulta and get your products at a discount while you can. So yeah, anyways, this isn't sponsored or anything, I just want to let you guys know because, you know, I'm trying to save you some coin too, honey, okay? That was very weird. I'm so sorry. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so I did already go ahead and prime my face just because I didn't have any primers from LA Girl. I don't know if they even do face primers, but if they do, I don't have any in my collection. So I did just go ahead and with two more inexpensive primers, because even if I'm not using LA Girl, I did want to give you some alternatives that I have in my collection that are very good and kind of price comparable. So for my primers, I just used the Wet n Wild Coverall Primer and their new Photo Focus Coconut Primer Water. So those are two inexpensive alternatives that you can use to prime, but I think the rest of it, except for like my lashes, are going to be LA Girl. I just wanted to stop in here really quickly and just say that if you're going to be using these same products that I'm using in this video, including the foundation, if your skin is dry, definitely use a more moisturizing primer, just because my skin is super dry right now from the winter, and I feel like if I would have gone in with a more moisturizing primer, it would have looked a little bit better on my skin. So I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up for that in case you are going to be using their matte foundation and you have drier skin. So let's get back into the video. Forgive me. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my eyes first. So I'm gonna start off with my brows, and I have this brow pomade in dark brown. Then I also have a, what is it called, soft black, I think. Then I also purchased the one in soft black just because I low-key forgot that I had this in my collection, but I was just looking through and I saw it and I was like, oh. So instead of opening this, I'm gonna see if this kind of matches my hair, and if not, we'll dip into the soft black one. But let's try this one first. So I just start by underlining my brow and then going over and then filling it in. So I kind of do the line on the bottom to define. Then I go in at the top and define that as well. And then just fill in the area in between. Alright, I really like this product. It's super creamy, but also not like too creamy where I feel like it's going to slide all over the place. I think it's just like the perfect consistency for a brow pomade. Super opaque, but still very natural, and I think this color is really nice. This is the dark brown shade, like I said, and I typically like a darker brow, especially since I went darker with my hair, and I feel like this is the perfect dark brown without being too dark, you know? So I don't have a brow set from LA Girl, so I'm just gonna go in with this Essence Make Me Brow and set it really quickly. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to clean up around my brows. So I'm going to be taking their Pro Conceal HD Concealer in the shade Pure Beige and using that to clean up around my brow. So I'm just going to take some of that onto the back of my hand and then clean up the brow. Alright, so I also don't have an eye primer, so I'm just going to use that concealer as a primer on my eyes as well. I don't usually do this a lot just because I do have more oily eyelids, but in the winter time I feel like I can get away with it just because my eyelids are a little on the drier side. But if it was wintertime, this definitely for my eyelids would not be enough. I need a mattifying primer, but for the sake of this video and the fact that it's winter, we're gonna use the concealer to prime. This eyelid is so dry, so hopefully that doesn't affect the eyeshadow we do today. Alright, so then I'm gonna go in with my banana powder and set, or actually this one is just the regular translucent powder. Oh, and it just went everywhere. I'm gonna take the translucent one and set that eyelid. I feel like I have powder like literally all over me. What is this? I don't know if you can see this, but I have like a dry patch on this eye, so I'm hoping that doesn't affect. Like this eye looks super smooth and fine, but this one there is like a patchy dry area, so hopefully that doesn't affect it. I'm gonna put this vitamin E moisturizer all over my eye. Now I'm gonna go in with the concealer. Hopefully goes on a little smoother. Alright, I think I kind of remedied the dry lid, hopefully. We'll see. So LA Girl just came out with a bunch of different eye and face palettes. So they have 4 different eyeshadow palettes, and they are, I believe, 12 pan palettes. And then they have 2 blush palettes that all come with 4 different shades, and then 2 highlighter palettes that come with 4 different shades. So I have both the highlighters and both of the blushes, but I only got 2 of the eyeshadow palettes just because these are the 2 that kind of spoke to me the most. So I have tried one of them. I did go ahead and use the Nudist Shadow palette, but I did only use the matte colors. How can I show you without blinding you? I did only use some of the matte colors, so I think I'm going to use the other one today because I opened it and I was like, why have I not used this yet? It's so pretty. This is the Get Feverish palette, and again, they do have 12 shadows, and these are just so pretty. I'm so obsessed. So I'm going to use this one. They don't have any shade names or anything, so I'll kind of just show you as I go. I'm going to start off with this kind of more warm orangey brown in the crease to start. Ooh, so pigmented. Just really gonna blow out this crease color to start off with. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade right next to it, which is just a little bit more of like a reddy tone, and place that like right in the crease. So pretty. These shadows are super blendable and super pigmented. They're very reminiscent of they kind of remind me of like the Milani shadows. Why did I say it like that? Milani shadows. Those I think it's 12 pans also that I love. This is kind of giving me the same type of vibes. And this palette runs for $10.99, but right now Ulta is doing a 25% off all LA Girl cosmetics, so I think you can get it for like $8 something. So definitely pick it up if you're interested. Now would be the time, because they always have that like $15, $3.50 off of $15 running and you can also use your points, and it's 25% off. So like, steal, right? You can save mad money if you get it from Ulta right now. And I did get these in store at Ulta. They do sell them online, and then some stores have them. Some of my like bigger stores around me have them. Some of them are a little bit slower to get the product, so I would kind of just check around, because even on the on Ulta's app, it said that a lot of the stores around me were in stock, but I called around and only one of them actually had them in stock. So I would just call before you go, just to double check, because even though the app says it's in stock, I don't know if they hadn't put it out or what, but they did not have it. Now I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of a detailed brush and go in over here with a even deeper color and focus that right in the outer corner, right here. I think these mattes are super nice. I haven't tried the shimmers. Honestly, just by the looks of it, it doesn't look like the shimmers are really going to be like that mind-blowing, just to be honest. But the mattes are super nice. But I really don't have like the highest of expectations for those shimmer shades. Just from the looks of it, kind of looks like some of the NYX palettes that have like mattes and shimmers, where their mattes are like super bomb and then the shimmers are kind of just like eh. It kind of gives me the same vibes just off the looks, but they could be like amazing. We'll see in a second. Okay, and all of the palettes have this like really big mirror, which is super helpful, because sometimes I really like getting like up close in a mirror like this, so I find it very helpful. So now I'm going to take that concealer again and just kind of cut the inner part of my eye. So this concealer is very multi-use, as you can see. Blend it out. And then I'm going to take, kind of just want to take this shade up here, like this one, and place that in. I know, super basic. This is like one of my go-to looks, honestly, but I mean, I feel like it just works. That shimmer is really not that bad. I think it's actually pretty nice, and that's it, like dry right there. That's pretty nice. See, look at me over here talking shit, and like I said, it could be like a really nice color. Now I'm just gonna take some of that color and wet my brush just to see, you know, how foiled it can get, but this by itself is still really pretty. I just kind of want to see if we can get it super foiled. Okay. I actually really like that. See, I was over here like a little worried, but it's really nice actually. And I think I'm going to take a little bit of this one up here, the darker shimmer, and kind of fade the crease and the inner corner color together with that shade. So kind of putting that shade in the middle, blending it out into the crease. It's honestly like, it kind of looks a little bit powdery on the eye without, sorry, I have eyelash glue. It kind of looks like a little bit powdery without it being wet, but it's not bad at all. I'm pleasantly surprised. Let's go back into a little bit of the matte color. I mean, that's a really pretty look. Like, I really am digging this. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye and do my lashes and mascara on camera just because I don't have any lashes or mascara from LA Girl. And then we'll come back and move on to the face. So give me a second. So yeah, I am back with my eyes. Almost done. So I do have on the Kiss Number 11 lashes, which are a very affordable lash that you can get from Walmart. It comes with a pack of 5 for like $8 or $9. Super affordable. I did just go ahead and do a very thin line of a felt tip liner. LA Girl does have a felt tip liner that I did see in store, but I decided to kind of skip it just because I felt like it wasn't something that I would use a lot in my personal life, and I felt like I didn't want to just buy that for the video because I wanted to, if I was getting things that I wanted to either try out or I thought that I would be using like a lot, and I just couldn't justify that because it's not like a main part of the video. Does that make sense? I don't know, but it looked pretty decent from the packaging, but you never really know. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the face, and like I said, I did already prime earlier with those Wet n Wild products. So now I'm going to move into the foundation, and I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. This is in the shade Soft Honey. It is completely not my shade. It is super peach, and that is not my undertone. I feel like all of the Pro Matte line is very peach. Like I couldn't find a match to my undertone, which is yellow, but thankfully LA Girl does have this Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment, which I am obsessed with. I use it literally all the time just because I feel like a lot of drugstore foundations don't have very yellow toned foundations, and so this comes in handy so much. So I'm going to be using it today with this and just mixing it in to give me more of a yellow base to my foundation. So it looks like it's still probably going to be like super light, but we'll make it work with the powder and all that. So I'm just taking the LA Girl sponge also and buffing that out. It looks like I used like a lot of yellow, I know, but once we put on like the face powder and everything, it's really going to even it out. So don't be worried if you use like too much of the pigment. It's fine. It's fine. This is a super matte foundation. So I'm actually going to spray my face with a little bit of a setting spray, or this is the primer water. Just because, like I said, it is the dead of winter and my skin is super dry. So I kind of need extra hydration to help me blend. Yikes. This looks very matte. So now I'm going to go in with that same concealer that we've been using in Pure Beige and highlight with this and conceal under the eyes, down the nose, and the center of the face. I feel like it's kind of helping with the foundation, but at the same time, like, my skin is so dry right now that this matte ass foundation was not the best idea, but it's the only foundation that I have from LA Girl, so that's all we could do. I'm just gonna take a little bit more and try blending it down my cheeks a little bit more. Then I'm just gonna take the banana powder that they have in banana yellow and bake under my eyes with that. Now that concealer was back in the day a really big like cult favorite, just because it is so inexpensive and such a good concealer. It has very good coverage. It is not too matte, but it's not super dewy, so it's like the perfect kind of consistency or like finish. And they have a bunch of different shades, so you can use it for contouring, highlighting, everything. And like I said, it's super inexpensive. So I remember back in the day it was used a lot. I feel like, you know, it kind of got lost in the shuffle. Everybody finds new things, but I think there are still core people that really use it all the time and really like it. So if you're looking for a pretty inexpensive good drugstore concealer, that is one of the best out there, so check it out. I know there have been a lot of drugstore concealers coming out recently, but that is like an old favorite. So yeah, now I'm actually going to take the concealer in the color Fawn and use that to kind of bronze. And I don't know if this is going to be dark enough, so I'm actually going to mix in a little bit of beautiful bronze as well, but just a little bit because this one's kind of dark. Kind of mix the two together to get a good shade for me. Then I'm going to take the mini stippling brush from LA Girl. They do have a brush line, and I only have a couple of brushes from them just because I have so many brushes at the time that I was trying them out that I just kind of wanted some very specific ones to try out, like very specific face brushes. So I got their mini stippling brush and then their regular stippling brush, as well as their like foundation buffer brush, which are all very good. But I can't speak for the entire line just because I haven't really tried out all their stuff. But the ones that I've tried are good. Take just a little bit of Fawn by itself. I'm going to use that for my nose. Just because I don't like the nose contour to be super dramatic. Watch it come out super dramatic just because I said that. I'm going to take that big stippling brush, dust away the bake. Then I'm going to take that same powder, kind of cut my contour. This one I'm not going to let bake too much. Okay. So now I'm going to go into the blushes. This is the part that I'm super excited about just because I haven't used these products. So like I said, they have two blush palettes. They have this first palette, which is the Blushed Babe palette, and they have three. This kind of looks more like a contour. I kind of want to try it as like a bronzer because I feel like it's super light for my skin tone. So let me see what it looks like as like a bronzer. Oh yeah, that's definitely like a bronzer color for me personally. I'm here for it. Alright, so anyways, I got completely sidetracked. So that is, so basically like a bronzer and then two matte blushes, and then this one has a little bit of a shimmer. Sorry, I'm not looking at you. I'm kind of looking in the mirror so I can see where I'm pointing to. But yeah, so it has these two matte blushes over here, like more of a mauve color and then more of a pink color, then a kind of coral shimmer, and then more of a brown blush or a bronzer. Personally for me, they also have the Island Hottie blush palette, and this has a lot more shimmery colors, which I was kind of disappointed in just because these colors are like so beautiful to me, but I don't really like a shimmery blush just because I have more texture on my face, and I just prefer a matte blush because it doesn't accentuate my texture. But they do have like a kind of lighter coral color, a deeper coral color, and then that mauve tone, but all three of those are shimmers, and then a more muted pink matte blush. So I think I'm gonna go in with the Island Hottie one, and again, they don't have any names on these products, but I think I'm gonna mix this kind of muted mauve color and that shimmery coral. I think that's what I want to do. I see the shimmer, but I don't see the color. And I feel like when I tried this the first time, that same thing happened, because I have used this one, but I use like the shimmery colors. I wonder if the matte, yeah, the matte one shows up a lot more. I just don't really, I'm not really obsessed with that color tone for this look. The matte one definitely shows up more. That shimmery one is honestly just like gold shimmer on my face, and I'm not here for that. Let's go into the Blush Babe that has more mattes. Let me go into this mauve. Okay. Oh, I look like I have a ton of blush on, which I do. These are not like my type of blush colors. Especially for this kind of look, I would go for a more like bronzy color, or like a, I would go for more bronzy color or a peach color just for my skin tone personally. But I mean, the blushes are there. They do have pigment, at least the matte ones do. I can't really speak much on the shimmery ones, at least that one that I used. Not really my fave. Let me try and blend out this blush. I don't look so crazy. And then now we have the highlight palette. So these I'm super excited for. We have the Moonlight Magic palette, which is definitely, I think, the shade I'm going to go in with today, just because these are a little bit lighter than the other ones and a lot better for my paler complexion that I have going on now. So it has like a bronzy one, a kind of like taupey mauve, a golden one, and a more champagne color. And then you have the Sunlight Sensation one, which is super beautiful, but again, like I said, probably more of a summer one for me, just because I feel like, I feel like maybe these two I could get away with, but these two definitely right now I don't think they would look that good on me. I feel like on deeper skin tones, gorgeous, this palette would be so nice. So you have again a more bronzy shade, a more cool toned kind of bronzy highlighter, a kind of peachier one, and then a little bit of a muted peach. I don't know how to explain these shades. So this one would definitely be more of a summer one, but these ones I actually might be able to get away with now, these ones. So I think I want to go in with this shade right here, which is this first shade in the Moonlight Magic, and it's like a pinky champagne kind of tone. Ooh, that is pretty. Wow. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish up the eyes and the lips, and then we'll be done. For liner, I do have this Shockwave liner in the shade Blaze, and this actually says it's a lip liner pencil, but I'm pretty sure you can like use these as lip liner and eyeliner. I don't know, because I have the blue one and that's like an eyeliner one. I'm gonna use it as an eyeliner today. I also got this one in yellow, but I feel like that just would not go with this look, or it would be an unexpected punch. You decide, but I'm gonna go with this pink one. Now I'm gonna go back to the Feverish palette and take that first shade that we used and kind of blend that underneath my eye. And then I'm going to take that second shade that we used a little closer up. Then go back into that Moonlight Magic palette and use that highlight for the inner corner. I'm actually going to mix a little bit of this one in as well. So the first one and the third one. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with lips, and LA Girl has some of the best lip liners. They have their just regular lip liner, wooden lip liner line. They also have their like twist up ones. All of the ones I've tried from them are super good. I've tried both of those lines. Honestly, they don't have that big of a range. They have like some nudes and then a couple of more bold colors like reds, maybe like a couple mauves or whatever, but a lot of nudes, which I personally like just because I'm a nude person, so I'm here for it. So I'm just going to take their regular wooden lip liner in Natural Cream. I'm going to take their Lipify Stylo Intense Creamy Color in the shade Lingerie. A little nude for me, very nude on my skin tone. And you can leave it like this if you want. I'm going to take this glazed lip paint in the shade Gleam. And I just got this, so I don't know what it looks like. So we're going to see what it looks like together. Oh, okay. It's a lot thinner than I expected. But basically just like a very thin nude lip gloss, like very thin. I think that color is really pretty, and it definitely brought more of a brownie nude, which I prefer. I like more of a brownie nude than a pinker nude, so it did kind of give my lip color a bit more of the tone that I was looking for. But it's super thin, like this is gonna wear away super quickly, and it kind of tastes and smells like plastic grossness. So you can kind of skip on that, but if you have like a gloss that's a similar color that you like better, pop that on top. But this is just because it was LA Girl, I wanted to try it out. So yeah. Alright, so this is the final look. Honestly, I really like it. I think the eyes turned out really beautiful. I feel like in the summertime the face probably would have turned out a little bit better just because my skin is super dry right now, and that very matte foundation and dry skin do not mix. So either use a super hydrating primer and see if that works, or just kind of avoid it at all costs if you have drier skin. But as far as the other products like the concealer, I love the blush and highlighting palettes. I think are really nice, aside from the fact that they have more shimmery tones. I'm not like the biggest fan of those, but the matte ones I think are good. And also all of these palettes are $10.99, but like I said, they are having a sale at Ulta for 25% off, so you can get them for like $8 something. So check them out now if you're interested in them. The lip liners, I love the Lipify lipstick. It's nice. The color is not my favorite, but I'm sure they do have other colors in it as well. That's just the only one that I have in my collection, so that's not their fault. It's just not my favorite type of color. The lip glaze I would definitely steer away from. I feel like it's poisoning me as we speak. No, I'm just kidding, but like honestly, I feel like I am like tasting plasticky grossness. I'm going to wipe this off as soon as I'm finished with this intro and outro. So I would skip the glaze. Maybe I use too much. Maybe I just need to use a little bit more. I don't know. But right now, it's a no. I'll let you know if that changes, but I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. The eyebrows are very nice. It's a very nice pomade. Very good. Comparable to the other drugstore pomades and even the Anastasia one. So, very nice. And yeah, those are all of the products that we used, right? yeah, so hopefully you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. I plan on doing some other full face videos as well, including e.l.f., ColourPop, Makeup Revolution, a lot of the popular drugstore brands, so be on the lookout for those. Also, leave down below what ones you want to see from me as well, if it's high end, lower end. I prefer drugstore just because, you know, my wallet would prefer the drugstore. But let me know what you guys want to see down below, and I will try my best to do that for you. But yeah, without further ado, let's end the video. I don't know where I was going with that, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.